say in the beginning that the thing that united the three of us 10 years ago, and it still is true to a certain extent, was not thinking about the media but thinking about the experience of someone. So whether you're running a club, so Fred used to run clubs, and he'd think about the experience of someone walking in that door, what they're going to feel, how they're going to be, what's going to kind of jolt them into having fun. And I was a computer person, so I would think about someone turning on a computer and having a bit of software or website and how they're going to know where they're going to go, how they're going to know what they can do. And Alex was into virtual worlds through his architecture background, so he'd be thinking about virtual space or even real space, thinking about someone walking into a real building and how would they feel. And so we were never really interested in the detail of what that website or club was. It was more about how to make someone feel something, how to make someone react, how to create an emotional response.
Yeah, people are so much more, even in the last 10 years, so much more time scarce. They're so much less engageable because there's Madonna there and there's, you know, the Beatles are reforming down the road and, you know, there's an apocalypse happening down the corner, you know, and global warming's coming and, you know, I'd like to talk to you about, no, I can't, you know, so you really have to be very adept and very kind of live.
It's becoming a lot more democratic. I think, you know, 20 years ago you could advertise your product in a very direct way and be assured that people would have to sit through your commercial and get the message, whereas now you have to be a lot more democratic. You're going to have to offer them something in return for sitting and getting their time. You know, you can't just push that product down their throat. You're going to actually have to engage them in some sort of genuine two-way process.
I think the CD is dead. I think the same thing will happen to DVDs. I think
Scheduled TV.
Scheduled TV is dead. Anything that doesn't have a hard, real-world product with actual proper value inherently in itself, and the USP. You know, the book's got a USP, the newspaper's got a USP. You can't really read a newspaper on your laptop in the same way, I don't think. But you can watch a movie on your laptop in exactly the same way. So
as soon as a digital book becomes available that has the same, you can read it in the same way as
they are available now, the Kindle and everything, but they're just
it's a screen thing though. I think watching a screen is a specific kind of interaction.
It's a different feeling,
very different feeling, exactly.
Yeah, it's something very human about tangibility. You know, something very inhuman. I've been through phases in the last 10 years where I've got incredibly frustrated by mostly only designing virtual things. So I think that's why at Airside we've got into making things out of wool and out of paper and out of fabric, because it fulfills something in us that is more human, and it fulfills something in our communication with other people that is more human.
Taking our interactions away from exclusively screen-based media and making sure they have real-world interchanges with others.
They can have a screen-based element or part of it, but they need something tangible.
Just about being on screen, something's missing. There's that zombie factor where you're just sitting there.
Yeah. And it's more disposable.
It's better to have some sort of visceral reaction with the crowd, with the people that you're trying to communicate with, and you can see them react. And if you're going to do something on screen, it's better to have that in a real space where people can be reacting to it like in a live event, rather than at distance, sitting in your armchair.